where you definitely yeah, you better go get another one.
Hello, Mr. Wiggett.
Hello.
Thank God they admitted that they were on my YouTube. Sir, may I get your cards or your badge number? The officers? May I get their cards so if I need to subpoena them to court? The officer who just... And can I get yours? Yours is Gutierrez? Can I get your card? All right. I appreciate it. Thank you for court. Thanks.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, Ms. Wood, Dr. Glover, she can answer all the questions.
Okay, and then Archuleta, can I get a card from you for court? That way, in case I need to call you to the stand for anything.
Absolutely. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
I appreciate it. And Louise, how come you deprived me to report all those reports of sexual assaults?
Okay. Why don't you
Do you want me to call you when we're finished?
deal with Dr. Glover here, and after you're done, if you want to meet with
Her name is not Doctor. I talked to
after you're done,
her.
if you want to meet with me, I'll be willing to meet with you.
Sure, I would appreciate that.
Okay?
Thank you.
You bet.
Good morning, Dr. Wodiuk.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Close it open. What do you want to do?
I think
I need to go. Sorry.
Dr. Gray was coming in.
Great. Good morning. Did you contact my power of attorney as I requested?
So I have contacted the Colorado Bureau of Investigations.
Okay. When did you do that?
They were not aware of any arrangement that you had made with Miss Winfrey.
And when did you call them?
I called them for your last evaluation. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he said you didn't call them.
Yeah, I'm sorry you got that misinformation.
You haven't contacted anyone, so I really find that to be a lie, as you had mentioned in the last evaluation that I was on drugs and there was a toxicology. I went downstairs, there's no toxicology. You lied.
Okay.
You lied.
Let me go over what we're going to cover today. So today we're here to address your competency, and that's related to the case that's in question.
So where are you coming up with the drugs?
And so what we're not going to discuss today is your concerns about the last evaluation. You have conveyed those to me a number of times in writing.
So you don't find that it's my right to know why you were coming up with fabricated information and to ask where you're getting that? That's my patient right. Are you denying me that patient right?
So today we're going to discuss your case. If you're unwilling to do that, then we'll write a letter to the judge.
Are you unwilling to answer my questions as well?
We're not going to discuss those questions today.
Okay, thank you for letting me know you're going to deprive all my rights. And I do know you did not call Tim Martinez.
Okay.
Thank you for telling me you're lying again.
Okay. So,
All those records are all documented on federal systems.
would you like to get started on that evaluation today?
I would like to.
Great.
And I do not consent to a student being evaluated, and you are acting as outside of your scope in a conflict of interest, just for the record. And
I'm glad you made your objection known, and
yeah,
I'll take that into consideration. So, before we get started today, I'd like to let you know a few things. First thing I want you to know is that nothing we discuss in here is confidential.
Okay, well, my attorney's not here, and my attorney on the 28th told me that everything is confidential. So I got legal advice saying that it is. And you gave the evaluation to somebody who's not even party to this case, Allison Ernst, which is illegal.
Again, I'm going to remind you.
Can you tell me why you did that?
Going to discuss only the matters.
Why would you give this evaluation to somebody not party in this case? That's a violation of my privacy and HIPAA.
If you would like to complete the evaluation,
I am going to complete it. I just would like to know why you are violating my rights.
I am not going to answer those questions today.
You don't think those are valid questions?
You have emailed me those concerns. I know that you
And how come you're not responding?
The proper authorities, and we're not going to discuss them today.
You don't find those to be very important things to discuss?
We are at a point where you can choose to answer the questions relevant to the evaluation, or we can discontinue the evaluation.
No, we're going to do this. I'm just letting you know that I don't feel safe with you. There's a patient-client confidentiality and relationship. You violated that over and over. You've lied on your evaluations, clearly lied. You failed to contact my family members who do have billionaire friends. You failed to contact Oprah Winfrey. You failed to look at the pictures. You failed to investigate online our rich and famous friends.
Okay.
You failed to look at those things. Those are very big things.
So,
and then you called me delusional for facts.
Again.
And I'm supposed to trust you?
I'd like to remind you that we're going to address the questions for the evaluation. If you can't do that now, we're going to discontinue the evaluation.
We will do the evaluation, and then I'll see you in court.
Okay, great. So again, I'd like to remind you that nothing we discuss in here is confidential.
Okay, so that's another perjured statement because my attorney said it is confidential.
And I'll be asked to write a letter to the judge going over what we discussed today.
Okay.
And 3 people will get copies of that report. The judge, the district attorney, and your attorney. In addition to that, I may be
So how come you gave it to Allison Ernst then?
Again, I'm not going to answer.
Against what you're just telling me. I just want a validation of why you were giving these. You're telling me the laws, but yet you acted against them?
I'll remind you one more time that we are not going to...
Oh, I can't ask any questions or we're finished?
Nope.
Oh, really? So that's extortion and entrapment. That is extortion, sir. That is majorly illegal.
You have very unusual interpretations of legal concepts.
Asking questions is not illegal.
Very unusual interpretations of...
And you have very unusual ways of allowing perjury onto a medical document, which is medical fraud, which is a legal government document fraud, Mr. Gray, which is a kidnapping ploy, Dr. Gray. By the competency laws, Dr. Gray, it's kidnapping. You don't even have a warrant for my arrest in this case, sir. You are acting outside of your scope of practice, sir. I hope you know that. You're subjecting yourself to a major federal violation.
Wow.
And that's not a threat.
I've been doing this all these years.
Well, then you should know the basics of this case. Let's proceed. And I'll see you in a federal lawsuit.
Okay. How far did you get here?
Please keep in mind that I've had several classes. I've sent you the level of competency required for those classes. And I've seen several outside physicians who said I'm highly, highly competent.
Okay. So we're just going to return back. I just want to remind you that both Dr. Gray or I could be asked to testify in court about the findings of our report.
That would be great.
So,
Do you have an esoteric background?
my credentials are
No.
not in question today.
Do you have any law education?
We're going to proceed to that.
I did provide a CORA form, which does give me federal right to your information, and I did provide it to records.
Yes, I'm aware.
So, okay, good. So then you are aware that I have an entitled federal right to know that information of you.
So let's begin by talking about your relationship with your attorney. How's that going?
Is that part of the competency questions?
Mm-hmm.
Fine, we had a meeting on the 28th, and he said there's no warrant in the case. He said that he refused to call Michael Fronte to verify that he even made a complaint or provide me a police report. He verified that it was a warrantless arrest, but no officer had even witnessed me committing a crime. He could not recite the crime that they're alleging, and he could not tell me why Michael Fronte is still on my properties. So, to reiterate, you did not call Tim Martinez for this evaluation? Or my attorney, Michael Garcia?
Mr. Garcia was made aware of this.
Okay, you did make him aware. That's all I was asking. I just wanted to clarify that you made him aware.
He was included on the emails that Dr. Glover sent.
Okay. That's good to know. That's all I'm looking for.
I'm surprised you didn't notice that.
I did not get an email of that, but I did ask him to be present.
Well, in fact, you do not have a right to have an attorney present.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
You're asking court questions, and anytime there's court evaluations, I have a right under the Fifth Amendment for him to protect my Fifth Amendment right.
You may take that with you.
Okay.
And I highlighted the relevant portion.
Great, thank you. Appreciate that.
Have you had any problems working with Mr. Garcia?
No, he just has a very busy schedule, and it took over 3 months to get in to even see him.
Are you happy with the work that he's doing on your behalf?
No, I am not. He wants to withdraw because it's over his head. And he has stated he does not know property law.
Is he representing you in a case that involves property law?
Yes. I mean, you should know the subject matter, yes. This is very...
I'm not evaluating you on a case that involves property law.
Yes, this involves property law because it involves titles to properties. So, yes, Ms. Glover, it is property law.
But the allegations against you don't really pertain to property.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? It's saying property deeds are frauded. That's property law. Property law also involves the deeds and titles to your property. And you guys are going to evaluate me on competency? Holy, you got to be kidding me. Oh my God. This is unfair. This is way unfair. You don't even know that it's property law?
You're free to leave if you choose.
This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Let's proceed. This is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Obviously, you're incompetent. You cannot be incompetent to determine if I'm competent if you don't know property law and the subject matter. This involves 22 counts. This involves my properties and the property deeds. And you're telling me it's not property law? What law would it go under then, Dr. Gray? What law would that be?
You don't happen to have the list of charges with you, do you?
I have the list of charges. They're saying identity theft to property deed for security rights. Wow.
Charges of identity theft, forgery, and stalking.
On what,
None
sir?
of those reference any of the statutes.
And look here.
Property.
And all deed.
The offenses.
A deed.
The offenses.
Look at the counts, and the counts have all of the property deeds.
Ms. Wodiuk.
Okay, well, you're not an attorney, I'm not an attorney. And I'm telling you right there, it's all the evidence and the charges are saying property deeds.
So how do you plan to resolve your disagreements with Mr. Garcia over your representation?
That's between Mr. Garcia and I. But I mean, we have a clear, concise email, and that has nothing to do with you. That's between him and I. And Mr. Garcia is not here to speak about that, so it would be hearsay. And that's a client attorney privilege that you do not have. So asking me that is a violation of my client attorney privilege.
What is it that they are alleging that you did?
Well, according to these counts here, they're alleging stalking occurred in California at Michael Fronte's property at San Francisco, which would be a case in San Francisco, not Colorado. They're alleging in the sworn affidavit by Mark Myers, July 7, 2017, that I committed IRS fraud by having Michael Fronte on the paper. However, that never happened. Then you can't charge me for stalking here in Colorado when Michael lives in San Francisco. So that's bogus. Then the identity theft, they're saying that there's check fraud, which there's no checks, there's no bank affidavits, there's no sworn affidavits. That would be a federal crime. And they're saying identity theft to the properties for Michael Fronte being a securator on the property. Underneath property law, there is a law and constitutional right that you can secure your properties with any person you deem fittable. And that is not a crime under property law. So you'll want to look that up. It's called a security right. It's called a covenant and a privity under property laws. So nobody forged Michael Fronte's name. Michael Fronte is still on the deeds and titles of the property. In fact, I don't see anywhere where you have an affidavit from Michael Fronte even saying that there was a crime.
What do you think would be strong evidence in this case besides an affidavit?
Strong evidence, since there's no warrant to have even picked me up, and the attorney and everyone said it was a warrantless arrest, which means you would have to have caught me by warrantless criteria. The cop would have had